We went to go see my mother this weekend. You see, my mother has cancer, and we decided to go across the country for a weekend to surprise her, to see how she was doing. And it was breast cancer, so it really wasn't that big of a scenario, I suppose. So I managed to put it out of my mind until we actually had to fly there. The night before, I couldn't bring myself to pack. It was 2 in the morning when I finally pulled my suitcase out from my pantry shelf. I kept telling people at work, well, you see, I have to go visit my mother because she has cancer, so I have to miss a few days of work. But I was able to say it so matter-of-factly until I actually had to visit her. In fact, when my sisters told me about the diagnosis, it was right around Christmas time, and there was so much work to do, and I had presents to wrap and a meal to prepare, and Christmas was supposed to be a happy time, that I managed to postpone even thinking about it until we decided to surprise her for a visit. And then I had to pack, to decide what to take, what to leave behind, put my life into a little black box with a handle and wheels, and go. It shouldn't be like this, and I knew that. I knew that I shouldn't be visiting my mother under these circumstances, and I knew that she wouldn't ever want to think about bad things because things would always make her cry if they were bad, and this would just make her want to cry and cry because the only reason why we're there is because things are bad. But I wasn't supposed to think that way. Things would be just fine. So I finished packing at like 4 in the morning, and the next thing I remember is that I was on the plane with my sisters, cracking jokes as we picked up our rental car, and then we got to see Mom and Dad's house and actually get there. And everyone was so happy to see each other. It was like one big family reunion, and we were all laughing and talking and trying to figure out where everyone was going to sleep. And the sisters and Dad walked into the front room to see if the couches were good enough to sleep on, or if we'd have to get one of those air mattresses, and then I was alone in the den with Mom. So I suddenly became serious, and I sat down next to her, and I asked her how she was really doing. And that's when she started to cry, saying that the cancer spread, but what she was most concerned with was the fact that she didn't want to upset and spoil the time that we came to see her. But what I don't think she understood was that we couldn't have come at a better time, and nothing she could do would spoil our trip.